All right, boys. Trade recap of the day. I took a break last week from trading. I didn't trade anything. I did trade a little, but I didn't trade a lot. I just took because I blew my account on Monday, and then I got a little emotional, a little bit emotionally too overwhelmed. So I took a break from trading last week. And yeah, January honestly was a very rough month. Like I, all I did was basically blow four accounts and break my rules. Of course, I learned some things, but yeah. February, I journal. I've already journaled. I've set my goals. I I saw what went wrong in January, and now I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get an interview on Wednesday, and then hopefully, I want to rebuild my confidence this week, and then next week, hopefully, next week I'll buy new accounts and then actually trade out properly, follow my rules, follow my model, stick to A plus setups, and not revenge trade and all that stuff. Um, So yeah. So doing the trade recap of today, coming into the morning, I honestly had a bearish bias, and the reasoning was if we look at the let's quickly hide the drawings quickly. If you look at the daily chart, where are we drawing towards? We can see that we swept these highs. We swept. Oh, okay. So um, okay. So we swept these highs, these relative equal highs, these highs and these highs inside of this daily bearish gap. What happened? We respected it and went lower. So what is my drawn liquidity on the daily time frame? It's these and these relative equal lows here and this unfilled bullish gap. So I think we're in this week or the next weeks we're gonna draw towards this low, and this daily bullish gap. So with that being said, let's look at the lower time frame. So we did sweep this low, but it was not inside any significant level to the left. So, like if we look on the hourly as well, this is an hourly intermediate low, but we can see that we had the because we had this gap, but this gap got inverse. So I'm not really thinking that this is what gonna make us go higher. And we also had this hourly intermediate low that I had marked out, and we had this low and this low, which are relative equal lows, which I think we will come back to later. Now we don't predict, we react to whatever happens in the market. So um, we had this 4 hour bullish cap, which I was thinking was gonna send us lower, and I wanted to see equilibrium get tapped into before continuing lower, right? So um, I'm gonna leave equilibrium just for a while here. So on the hourly, there's not much that we can look to. We did inverse this hourly gap, but we're inside the 4 hour. So um, let's look lower. 15-minute time frame. Now this is what I honestly what I wanted was a tap into this 15-minute unmitigated gap because we had we actually took that up, but it was just before market open, I think. So let me see. Yeah, it was right before market open. So yeah, we had these relative equal highs, like almost equal highs, and then we also had this 15-minute bullish gap, which we ended up making equal lows here and didn't. Like we ended up, like I wanted to see us manipulate higher to take a short down to here, or if we manipulated lower, I wanted to take a long up to these highs. So I wanted an AMD model of open, but it was not what we got. We just ripped higher, as you can see. So yeah, at this point I had to flip my bias, and I had to understand. Okay, we're bullish, so yeah, we completely flipped this, and yeah, what I then saw was I already saw that Dachi took this 5 minute inversion off open, but but I mean that's quite advanced. I mean, like I wasn't really looking at it honestly. So yeah, we had ended up having no entry. So we had all of these low resistance liquidity to the upside. So this is what I wanted to see get hit, and yeah, this was my main draw higher. Uh, I think unless we took out this high, we were not gonna go lower. I think we were just gonna rip to the high the whole day. So we can delete this high. So yeah, basically we just ripped higher the whole day. Literally no entries. Um, Wait, actually we actually got this 5 minute. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, so here the reason why I didn't take this 1 minute long was because like we had a 5 minute bullish gap, but take out this equilibrium. We had this 5 minute bullish gap, but we were very premium, right? We were in deep premium, and we it was during news, right? So we had 10 a.m. news, and we had data high, data low, and we actually had equal highs here, one, two, three, triple equal highs, or we made equal highs with the data high. And what I wanted to see was a deeper retrace, sweep out this low resistance liquidity to the left, and um, yeah, the reason why I faded these long here is we actually had a 2 minute as well. This 2 minute inversion, IFG on the 2 minute. Right, so if you took this, then congrats to you. It was good. I mean, it wasn't good, so yeah, like okay, it played out. Whatever. Break even was here, so technically, it was a win, but the reason why I didn't take it was we were very premiumed. Equilibrium was all the way down here. We had a data low and all of this low resistance liquidity right at your stop loss. So for me, this wasn't a great trade. Even if you entered like here, like on off this 1 minute, tiny 1 minute here, I didn't like this trade very much, particularly because of that. We had data low at our stop loss, low resistance liquidity at our stop loss, and we were in premium, so I didn't like this. So moving on, I'll delete this and let's keep going forward. Again, we just ripped higher, and then um, we ripped higher, and then what happened was we put in an SMT with ES because ES took out this 4 hour high inside of this 4 hour bearish gap, and whilst Nasdaq remained underneath it. So this is a, and also this high is from here, from Friday. This is a rejection block because it's a high that swept another high inside of a fair value gap. So this is a can technically be high resistance liquidity. So with that being said, I didn't need NQ to sweep out this high. So we had an SMT, awesome, and then when I became interested in shorts was when we came back up and we put in another internal SMT, right? Because I'm not gonna take this 5 minute inversion because we have a lot of gaps below and we have a 15-minute gap below, so makes no sense to me to take that. So, but then what I saw was if you go to the lower time frames or the 2 minute here, we had this bearish SMT divergence, and because ES took out that high again, right? ES took out that high again, and um, yeah, we opened up a 2 minute gap, and also like on the if you look on the 5 minute, this is a rejection block as well. what is this? Like this is a rejection block, or maybe wait, am I saying anything? Nah, it actually isn't. But I mean, this one is. We can mark out the bottom of this rejection block. Oh, we didn't even tap it. Well, we tapped the hourly rejection block. It's what I want to say. So whatever. Um. So we made an SMT here, and on the 2 minute time frame, we got this 2 minute inverse, and I entered here. I got filled a little bit lower, and like my stop was like here, and I should have targeted like a 1 to 1. So right here, which was also equilibrium of this whole leg up, I think we can delete this as well. Oh, this line is because it was, I can show you, it was a 50-minute intermediate high, which is a high resting inside of a gap to the left, and it could be a good place to look for shorts. We did get a retrace, but no shorts presented. So yeah, if you look at equilibrium of this range from this low down up to this high, yeah. So the target is still a little in premium. So um, yeah, I mean, I honestly had bad risk management on this trade. Stop loss at a swing high, TP all the way at a 1 to 1, and break even was at this low. Right, we made relative equal lows, so I was confident this was at least going to be a break even trade. So yeah, I entered there. Let's see, like we, I'm not gonna do this, whatever. But the point is, we now I'm break even there. We keep going lower, and then this would actually have been a break even trade, um, unless I got out with like a 0.89 risk reward. But yeah, it would have been a break even trade. But what happened was actually, if I show it here, I entered right there, and then I closed at 25,859.25. 25,859.25. Yeah, this was a terrible trade. Like, I got a 0.29 risk to reward. I'm not even counting. I'm just gonna count it as a break even trade. Because what happened was I got out. We took out this loan, and then we immediately came back up, and it's the wick of this candle right here, the top of the wick. It's exactly where I got out. So um, it was unfortunate. It was, and the next time this happens, I'd rather get break even than get um, a 0.29 R. So that's what I'm gonna do next time. And so yeah, honestly, this was just a break even trade, the only trade of the day, and it was already very close for 11 a.m. And at 11 a.m. you don't want to be trading. So yeah, I mean, and also I took this on paper. I made $215, not that much, but I took this on paper, and the reason why is I'm gonna be trading paper until I can get. I'm going to get a job on Wednesday. I am probably, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I am probably gonna get an interview for an Italian restaurant, and hopefully that will give me some stability to be able to trade, right? So that is essentially what I want. And I mean, yeah, um, I'll make some money there, and then I can be comfortable trading and spending money on my eval as long as I follow my rules. And like that will also make me realize that money just working the normal way is hard to make. So I need to not waste my evals, because I had four evals so far, and in January I blew all of them emotionally, right? So emotional crash outs. So yeah, pretty much when this happens, this is something I have to journal. When this happens, I'll just hold for 1 to 1 or get break even, right? So yeah. Well, with that being said, I'm going to log off here, and I'm not gonna trade anything more. I'm just gonna log off here, call it a day, come back tomorrow. Hopefully, we have something better, and I'll see you guys. Ciao.